Hey everyone, welcome to Broadband Deployment News. USDA ReConnect is going to be awarding $500 million or so for broadband in 20 states. Be right back. Hey, thanks for joining me. Rick Husey here with Broadband Deployment News. So the USDA is announcing another $500 million from the ReConnect program. This is a program for rural broadband, and currently in round 3 is what they're awarding these funds for. So I was just going to read through a little bit of this and then show you a couple of resources if this is something that you are interested in applying for, because funds from USDA ReConnect can go directly to service providers. So if you're in an area that is considered rural, and there are specific definitions for what would apply here, and you can look that up on their site, but there's specific qualifications as to what would make it rural. But if you are in an area like that and you want to apply for it, this is money that you can get right now. This is round 3. In round 4, they're currently accepting applications. So I was going to provide a little bit of information about that. So you see here, Biden-Harris administration announces $502 million for high-speed internet in rural communities. That's going to provide high-speed internet access to people and businesses in rural and remote areas in 20 states. Additional funding will come from President Biden's bipartisan infrastructure law in coming months. I'm not sure if they're talking about round 4 of USDA ReConnect there, or if they're saying that's going to be the BEAD program, because the BEAD program, that money is not going to be coming for a while, because that's all going to have to go through the state. It's going to be first granted to the state, and then it's going to go from the state to the service providers, and all that's going to happen sometime next year. The states have still got to figure out how much money they're going to get. Once the broadband maps are out, then they'll know how much money they're going to get. Then they put in their 5-year plan. There's going to be challenges to areas. The states have to they have to figure out who they're going to grant the money to, sub-grant to money, so it's going to be a while. But USDA ReConnect is available now, and round 4 was actually boosted by the Infrastructure Act. So that may be what they're talking about here. Another $1.9 billion was allocated to USDA for ReConnect program through the Infrastructure Act. So I believe round 4 is probably going to be using that money. I don't know for sure where the funds are coming from. But anyway, in any event, that infrastructure money is going to be being put to good use sooner through the USDA ReConnect program, because again, through the BEAD program, there's a long wait as to who's served and unserved that we have to figure out. You can see here, USDA is making 32 awards in these states: Alabama, Alaska, California, Colorado, Illinois, Iowa, Kansas, Michigan, Minnesota, Mississippi, Missouri, Montana, Nebraska, North Carolina, North Dakota, Oklahoma, Oregon, Tennessee, Texas, and Wyoming. Many of the awards will help rural people and businesses on tribal lands and people in socially vulnerable communities. And they list a couple of examples here. In Michigan, the Sault Ste. Marie tribe of Chippewa Indians is receiving $25 million grant to connect 1,217 people and 26 businesses. NetVision Communications is receiving $12.4 million loan to connect 4,587 people, 300 businesses, 9 farms, and 15 public schools to high-speed internet in Barton County, Missouri. This project will serve socially vulnerable communities in the county. Oklahoma's Southern Plains Cable is receiving an $8.1 million loan and $8.1 million grant to deploy fiber to the premise to network that will connect 7,093 people, 230 businesses, 6 farms, and 29 schools to high-speed internet in these particular counties it mentions here. And the way the USDA works is you can get a 100% grant, 100% loan, or a combination of the two, where you see here they're splitting it. It's a combination loan and grant. USDA has announced $858 million in the 3rd round of ReConnect funding so far, and plans to make more investment announcements under this program in the coming weeks. So they've still got some more money, it sounds like, in round 3. And again, round 4, the application for that is open. That opened earlier in the month, and that goes out through November 2nd. Is when that application window closes for the 4th round. To be eligible for ReConnect program funding, an applicant must serve an area where high-speed internet service speeds are lower than 100 meg by 20. The applicant must also commit to building facilities capable of providing high-speed internet services at speeds of 100 symmetrical to every location in its proposed service area. So that's part of the requirements. So again, this is round 3 money that's being awarded right now. The round 4 application is open. I will link to this news release here, and this is a supporting PDF that gives more information on this round 3 award right here and all of the particular states and service providers that are getting this money, how much money they got, and specifically what they're using it for. So I'll link to that as well. We don't have to go through that right now. And then I wanted to provide this again. If you are interested in applying for funds for USDA ReConnect, there's an application workshop and webinar materials site on their website or page. So you can see here there's one that they just did recently, 9/8, ReConnect program. And this is Ask Me Anything. And this is all basically about this was an Ask Me Anything, but I'm sure there's a lot of information about the application process. You can see here, ReConnect program, deep dive environmental, deep dive financial, deep dive network. And this was the, I guess the Ask Me Anything was here. So those are some helpful things if you want to do this. There's more here, funding opportunity, preparing for round 4. So several things there that you can look at. Also, there are state offices for USDA that, if you're interested in these things, go ahead and reach out to your state office. You can see here there's a contact for every state. And then if you click, you'll see there's a state office page. So for example, Alabama, there's a page about their state office, different programs. And then you can see all the Alabama contacts here. So, and additional information about Alabama. So you can see the state office contacts. You got area offices. You can see how the state is divided up this way. So a lot of information depending on where you are. Just click on your state, and again, there should be plenty of information for you. If you want to do this to find out the people that can help you with that, get your questions answered. Again, these webinars would be a good place to start as well. So round 4, again, that application window is open now. That goes through November 2nd, and that money will be available much, much sooner than BEAD program money, the Broadband Equity Access and Deployment through the Infrastructure Act. That money is going to be a ways out there. So this is open now. So go ahead and if you are in an area that qualifies for rural, I'll go ahead and link to, I didn't have it here, I'll go ahead and link to an explanation of what qualifies as rural in here as well. So I'll put several links in the comments section here in just a moment as I close. So that's it for today. Thanks for joining me. If this was helpful, please give me a like on the video and click subscribe and click the little button to be notified when I'm live. I'll see you next time for Broadband Deployment News. Take care. Bye-bye.